So, Warren again, 2026 Honda Passport Trailsport. And today, things I actually do like about this vehicle. No more fakes about dislikes. I do like the overall ride quality. Overall, I think it's put together really well. Never mind the naysayers that are saying it's been too soon. It's fresh off the factory and all this stuff. But we're keeping with Honda. And this is my second Honda that I've owned. Not to say that I haven't had Hondas in my family, but I know these vehicles do hold up. As with any vehicle, if you take care of it, the oil changes, things of that nature, you know, you'd be surprised how much further your vehicle will go with a simple oil change and tune-ups. A lot of people don't believe that. I'm still not a fan of the oil change every 6,000 and 7,000 miles or life. That has to grow on me. I'm slowly getting around to that. But the vehicle, like I said, overall, it's a pretty good vehicle. I absolutely do like the ride quality. The interior suits me just fine. Excuse me, y'all. The interior suits me just fine. I absolutely do like the interior. And I was a little bit apprehensive about a sunroof, but it came with the vehicle. I doubt you'll find many of these without a sunroof. I think even on the RTL version, the entry level, I didn't see anything too entry level about it. It was well equipped for, serves the likes of a lot of people. This being the 2026 Honda Passport Trailsport. No, it's not the Elite, but the color is what caught me. When I first saw these vehicles online and started watching them on YouTube or whatnot, I instantly knew that I would get one. And that was mid 2024, if I'm not mistaken. And I did trade my 2024 Honda Pilot Sport in for this. And you know, at the time, the third row made a lot of sense. I was going to be doing some camping and things of that nature. But if I need to get in the back of this vehicle, be it a storm or whatever, and I'm out camping, there's enough room back there for me. And eventually, I will get maybe a small travel trailer. No, I'm not interested in a pop-up, but just a small travel trailer that could possibly sleep maybe 2 or 3 people. And I have decided on these tires, which are great tires. I'm not changing the wheels, but I am gonna go with the Nitto Ridge Grapplers. More than likely the Nitto Recon Grapplers. I haven't really found the size, so I don't know if they have this size in the Nitto tires. And I'm gonna wait, because I guarantee you, now that this vehicle has hit, Nitto will be making that size. And I like the way it looks. I happen to know a guy that has the Toyota, and it's not the 4Runner, it's the next one up. He swapped it out and put the Nittos on it, and there was a difference in day and night. They're more aggressive tires. Yes, I know the ride is going to change a little bit, but not by much. I think it'll still be a good ride. It will ride more like a vehicle that's intended for. Now, don't get me wrong, the ride in this vehicle is great, so that's not the issue. I'm just simply saying, when I switch it out, I know the ride quality is going to be a lot better. And yes, it's running. AC is running. It's not a loud vehicle, and definitely not loud from the inside. So, other than the tires, upgrading them, and not the wheels, just the tires, because I like the wheels, that's going to probably be it for me on this particular vehicle. I'm thinking of the rock crawlers that go down here. I'm thinking of those, but I think I quoted either $600 or $900. I won't be going that far to sticks to where I need something like that right now. You know, eventually that stuff will come down through Honda. The price is gonna have to come down. They'll go on sale. But the tires, yes, if they do have this size of that tire, I'm thinking it's gonna probably be somewhere in the neighborhood between $800 and $1,100, depending on where I go. And if that means going over to the next state to save $150, $200, I will do it, because I need to put some miles on it. I think with it being my 5th week So far, let's see what I have. My 5th week and 958. 958 miles is where I am in week 5. So, and once again, I'm not being paid by Honda. This is my vehicle. They didn't send it out to me to test drive and all those things. It wasn't a demo. That was 2 miles on it. And actually, I feel like when we get a new vehicle, it should be at least 10 miles on it. Because I think the service department, they need to drive these vehicles. I mean, other than the people that's unloading them and this prep time stuff, that's a bunch of hogwash. They unload. Usually, the man that brought the vehicles in on his truck, he unloads them. Now, I think the service technicians should drive each and every one of these vehicles to listen for key things. You know, so you won't have these little bugs when you get it that you don't see in the beginning. And all this $1,000 prep seed, which I managed to get away from. But, you know, it's a great vehicle. I just watched it, and I know, yes, I'm being here in the South, in Georgia, with all this pollen. It doesn't show up too great on this car. It camouflages the pollen, but still, on either of my vehicles, after about 4 or 5 days of continuous sun, I rinse my vehicles off anyway, because, you know, all that stuff, that pollen and that sun baking it in, that stuff can actually get under your paint job. Believe me, it does. So with that being said, everything that I like about this vehicle is, number one, the color, the ride, the interior space, and the contrast between the faux leather and whatever other material they have in there. It's kind of like a what do you want to call it? A fabric. It's like a fabric material. Now you can step up to the Elite and you would get the leather across here and everywhere. But to be honest with you, and I'm not knocking Honda or any other dealership, unless you're getting up in high quality, top dollar vehicles, that's not really leather. So this vehicle suits me just fine. Like I said, other than me swapping these tires out, going with the same size, I just want something a little bit more aggressive. And trust me, it's gonna stand out well. And with only 958 miles on this vehicle, if I should happen to get these new tires within, by the time I hit 1,300 miles, I can sell these for a decent price. I'm not gonna try to break the bank and break somebody. I'll probably end up letting them go for $250 for all of them. Not trying to get rich off of them, because I know people, you know, we all try to help each other where we can. So I'm gonna wrap this thing up. That's enough about my vehicle, which all the things that I love about it: the color, the price was good, the ride quality, the interior space, and even opening and closing the sunroof or the moon roof, whatever they're calling that thing these days. The cover is whisper quiet. The hatch works fine. I adjusted the hatch to my ride quality and my height, being that I'm vertically challenged. This vehicle makes sense for me. So it has a lot of room. Now the biggest difference from riding in this and driving my Ram 1500 as a daily driver, when I step down, it actually makes this vehicle feel lower to the ground than it does, but it really is not. I checked the ground clearance between this and that Toyota, is not the Highlander. What is that thing called? Y'all know what I'm talking about. A step up from the Highlander, a step up from, God, what is that Toyota called? Not the Sequoia. Land Cruiser? Yes. The ground clearance on that was 8.9. This is 8.7. So ground clearance is pretty close by. I looked at the Land Cruiser, not for my own personal to buy it, but I think once the guy that I know put the bigger tires on it, I'm gonna ask him if he had it raised up a little bit, because it's sitting real nice. And me just walking by, and I kept looking at his tires because he has the Nittos on there. It makes a big difference. If you guys don't believe me, go to any dealership or go to any tire shop, tell them you want to see the Nittos. Ask them to roll one out, put it beside your tire, like in place of this tire. You'll see how much of a difference it's going to stand out. These are beautiful tires. They're great tires. That's not what I'm saying. I do not dislike them. I just want a more aggressive look with the stance that it has. So with the Nittos, it'll definitely do that. So possibly within the next 2 weeks, I'll probably just go ahead and get them. I don't need the roof rack. I was thinking about the table in back, but I can wait on that. And here's something else you guys could probably think about doing. Instead of that rear cargo cover, because you don't want your belongings to be seen. My last truck that I had, I was in Harbor Freight, and I picked up 2 moving blankets. Believe it or not, they were black. You throw those things over anything inside of a vehicle that has tinted windows, you can't see the cargo. Now, a buddy of mine who happened to have the, he has a 4Runner. He uses a 5-pound weighted blanket and lay it across his back, across everything he has up under there. And walking by and looking in it, you can't even tell it's a blanket back there. It blends in. So if you pack your stuff straight across neatly, if you don't want to spend a lot of money on a cargo cover, get you a 5-pound or a 10-pound weighted blanket, because it's going to hold down. So if you got the sunroof open, all these things, they tend to not go anywhere if you know how to pack it right. And packing it right, you lay it in, you put 1 or 2 boxes against it, underneath, on top of it, you fold it back over, it's not going to go anywhere. So that's something that you can do if you want to save money. That's my intent, to possibly get the moving blankets, cause at Harbor Freight I think they're like $6 each, unless you want a real big one. And not only that, you'll have these moving blankets and they actually hold heat. So if you're camping and now you've got these moving blankets that you're using for a cargo cover, no, it's not going to be flat across. It'll cover your cargo to keep it from being seen. And you having those nights when you're camping, you can wrap up in moving blankets. I've done it. It holds more heat to me than a standard blanket because of the way it's made. 2 of those on a chilly night, yes. And you don't even have to open them. Why not get them? They're only, like I say, $6 a piece. Get you 3 or 4 of them. Put it with your camping stuff. You'll be surprised. They're going to come in handy. So anyway, that's enough about my Honda Passport, Trailsport. I absolutely do like these things, and I'm sure you all got a kick out of my fake things that I dislike about this vehicle. I don't dislike anything about it. I have another appointment this Saturday at the dealership to hopefully finalize the last kink on this vehicle, and that'll be the end of that. And I'm looking for a vehicle wash. I think I'm gonna get one of those. I got rid of my pressure washer, so I think I'm gonna get one of those rechargeable pressure washers. And the truth of the matter is, you don't need a high power pressure washer on any vehicle if you know how to wash a vehicle. And going through the car washes, I generally take my truck through there, but it's gonna scratch it up. I can show pictures of my headlights where that brush has scratched it up a little bit, but that's the price you pay for going through that quick car wash. So that's enough on this vehicle. Once again, everybody, it's Warren, and if you don't mind, please like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. And for those of you that have already subscribed, I still thank you. I still appreciate you all. I keep saying I'm gonna post more, and I haven't done it. I need to get on my job, because I can't expect my channel to grow if I'm not posting. So until next time, everybody, have a great afternoon or morning or whenever you see this video.